टू द स्टूडियो। स्वागत है आप सभी का वंस अगेन। सो बड़ी पॉजिटिव इम्पॉर्टेंट अपडेट दैट हैज़ बीन रिटन, उसको डिस्कस करेंगे, शेयर करेंगे। सो द फॉरम ऑफ बैंक पेंशनर्स एक्टिविट्स टू द सिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमन जी, हॉनरेबल फिनांस मिनिस्टर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, उनको जो लेटर लिखा गया है, रिस्पेक्टेड मैडम, रिगार्डिंग द स्पेशल अलाउंस, अ बिग नेल इन द कॉफिन ऑफ द पेंशनर्स. So it is matter of extreme sensitivity as well as shock that with effect from 1st November 12, a certain percentage of basic pay of bank employees and officers has been deducted, and it is being given in the name of special allowance. So his intention is totally malicious. So this is to reduce the retirement benefits like pension, gratuity, which are determined on the last drawn basic pay, and this is in violation of the Bank Employees Pension Regulations 1995 and Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. However, whatever salary components there are in banks or elsewhere, their purpose is defined. So many allowances like HRA, city compensatory allowance, special assistant allowance, key holding allowance, daftari allowance, cash PN allowance, washing allowance have been in practice in bank for a long time for specific purpose or additional workers. So duty related allowances were earlier called special allowances and now are called special pay and are eligible for the terminal benefits. But with effect from 1st November 12, basic pay has been reduced between 7.75% and 11% and named as special allowance, which has no defined purpose or additional function. The underlying objective of creating special name as special allowance, which has no defined purpose or additional function. The underlying objective of creating special allowance is to reduce the basic pay component, which attract terminal benefits like pension, gratuity, etc. Obviously, the intention is to cut future pension and gratuity benefits. Therefore, its intention has been malicious to deny and deprive the legitimate rights under other acts like Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Bank Employee Pension Regulations 1995, a subordinate regulations framed under the Banking Companies Nationalization Act 1970, 1980, etc. So banks and unions have worked together to formalize special allowance agreements under the Indian Dispute Act 1947, through which they curtail the quantum of pension and gratuity which envisaged in Bank Employee Pension Regulations 1995 and Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So in the seventh pay settlement, two pay scales one can't imagine were made on 1616 1684 indices with effect from 1st April 1998. So basic pay formulated at 1684 indices was to get wages, and another pay scale at 1616 indices was made to get pension. So violating in terms of pension calculations on last pay drawn. So due to huge protest, it was rectified, calling it as abbreviations with effect from 1st May 2005, and later Honorable Supreme Court also quashed it with retrospective effects and ordered to pay the dues along with 9% interest to the pensioners affected between April 1998 and April 2005. So while taking the pension option, the bank employees has chosen the pension option keeping in mind that the prevailing pay and allowances which formed the basis of 50% pension. So the pension was a quid pro quo deal between banks and bankmen on very specified terms and conditions prevailing in the RBI and central government pension rules. So banks have no right to tamper with the basic structure of deal, but the banks tampered not once but many times, and the tampering done by the way of special allowance is the biggest, most dangerous and long-term tampering ever, due to which the pension entitlements is being reduced from 50% in settlement after settlement. सो ये यहाँ पे डाटा उन्होंने दिया गया है. सो फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन, विद इफेक्ट फ्रॉम 1 नवंबर 2012, 17 एंड 22 स्पेशल अलाउंस हैज़ बीन 7.74 और अभी वो बढ़ के 31% के अराउंड पहुँच चुका है. सो एज अ रिजल्ट पेंशन हैज़ बीन रिड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम 50% टू 35%. इतनी पेंशन दोस्तों कम हो चुकी है. सो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कैसे विद द कंटिन्यूस और स्पेशल अलाउंस द पेंशन विल कंटिन्यू टू बी reducing from 50%. So and in the next 3 to 4th base settlement it will be reduced from 50% to 20%. So bankmen eligible for pension will extinguish from the payroll by the time of base settlement in 2042, and it will not be wrong to say in clear word that the quantum of pension has been frozen at the level of 10th BPS 6 joint note, and this continues और ये आगे भी चल रहा है. So in this way, the banks are carrying out a long-term plan to loot billions of rupees from millions of pensioners. So a single judge bench of Honorable Kerala High Court has held the special allowance illegal. The appeal is before the double bench, and there are 14 other writ petitions pending against special allowances in various high courts across the country. The Solicitor General of India has requested the Honorable Supreme Court to transfer all the petitions of similar nature to the Delhi High Court for hearing together, and it is in the process of hearing. तो अभी वो hearing में friends चल रहा है. Public sector banks, their associations, IBA, and unfortunately powerful bodies like the Government of India have come together to crush the rights of hapless pensioners and are bent on justifying the special allowance. And there are large number of such unfair court cases. The image of government is becoming that of the litigant, that too against those bank pensioners, bank employees who have contributed significantly in building a world-class banking institutions in India, which has been praised wholeheartedly by the Honorable Prime Minister as well as yourself on various occasions. So we seek your intervention in this regard. Such nefarious activities of banks, IBA and unions regarding pension eligibility cannot be tolerated. So the government will have to stop this crime, and this is also very disgusting that because all this is happening in public sector bank under the cognizance and knowledge of DFS. Please intervene मिस्टर जे एन शुक्ला जी. सो बड़ी ही अच्छी पोस्ट है बाय मिस्टर जे एन शुक्ला जी.